Hello guys, in today's video we'll learn about borrowing in Rust. It's a very interesting concept, so let's understand how does it work. So let's say we have a string and we give the value as hello world. Now from the last video about ownership, we know that hello world is a data piece or a value and s1 holds complete ownership over hello world. Okay, so s1 is the owner of hello world. Now let's say we do s2 is equals to s1. We know this is transferring the ownership, but here we will do end s1. Now this is immutable borrowing or read-only access. So basically what happens is s2 gets a read-only copy or a read-only access from s1 and it's immutable borrowing. You cannot modify, but you can only view and use it. So let's say if I go in and I print s2 and I do cargo run, I can get hello world. Okay, but let's say if I try to print my s1, I can do that, I get hello world. So basically if I do this and now I print, I will get an error because the ownership is gone. But if I do this and now I print, let's clear it, and now I print, I can. Okay, so basically this is just getting the immutable copy or immutable reference or read-only access to your data. So let's say if I do s2 dot push str and I try to change it, I cannot. Okay, there is a reason, because first my variable is immutable and secondly I only have a immutable copy. Now let's create our variable as mutable, but still I cannot change it. You can see I cannot change it, still gives me the error saying cannot borrow immutable local variable. So you cannot change a immutable variable, but one thing is for sure that I can create as many immutable variables as I want. So let's say I create s2, I create s3, and I can use both s2, s3, and now if I do cargo run, you can see two hello worlds because s2, s3, and you can create till s9, s any number, s100 or so on. Okay, so this is basically immutable borrowing or read-only access. Now let's comment it out and first let's try to understand what is mutable borrowing then. Okay, so let's say I give let s4 is equals to s1. This is again transferring of access, but let's first create the variable as mutable so we can change it, and then to give away the mutable access we'll do end mute s1. Okay, so now if I this is mutable borrowing or complete access. So complete access is transferred. Now first let's go in and check if the access is given or not, if we can check see the value or not. So let's print s4 and now if I run, I get a hello world. Okay, let's say if I try to change something in s4, I do s4 dot push str and I try to say hello world and semicolon. So now if I run it, you can see hello world semicolon. This is printing s4. Let's go in and print our s1. Okay, let's print s1 and try to see what happened. It's the same hello world semicolon. So when you modified s4, it basically modified your s1 because you have got mutable borrowing or the mutable access or mutable reference or complete access, basically whatever you want to call it, but basically you can change it, you can do everything with it. Okay, so this you understand the concept now. Now let's look at how many mutable reference can we have. Let's see what happens if I create a s5. I do a s5. Okay, and now if I go in and print my s5, let's see what happens. I can print my s5 here, but if I try to do both s4 and s5, I should get an error. Okay, because I am using two mutable reference to the same value. Yes, I can create only after one of them is not getting used. If s4 I'm using after creating s5, then I cannot create two references. I can just create one reference. Okay, just one. Now I can use it s5. Okay, but even now if I use only s4, I get an error because I've created s5 already, even though I'm not using it. Let's see what happens. I get an error. Okay, because I cannot create multiple mutable reference. One of them is still getting used, but if I don't use S4, everything is fine. Okay, so repeating again, we can create as many immutable borrowing or read-only accesses as we want, but mutable we can only create if we are not using the first one. If we are using the first one, then we cannot create until we stop using the first one. Okay, so you can only create one mutable access or one mutable borrowing. So let's comment it out, and let's uncomment one of these, and let's see what happens if I use both S2 and S4, S2 and S4, which is one mutable and one immutable. What do you think what will happen? It will give us an error because we cannot create both immutable and mutable references together. Okay, only one of them. Okay, so repeating, immutable you can create as many as you want unless you don't have a mutable. If you have mutable, you cannot create immutable, and you cannot create another mutable unless you stop using the first one. So I hope you get this concept. It's a very interesting concept. If you don't, please watch the video again from the start. If you have any question, drop in the comments. I'll be very happy to help. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.